The first thing I noticed when I woke up was the unbearable pounding in my head. The second was that the bed felt colder, emptier. I reached out instinctively, my fingers brushing against the sheets where Ryan should have been, but he wasn't there. Disoriented, I sat up, rubbing my temples. My mouth was dry, my stomach twisted in knots. I tried to swallow, but it felt like sandpaper against my throat. The room was too quiet. No sound of the shower running, no faint hum of the coffee machine downstairs, just stillness. I reached for my phone, but it was dead. Groaning, I stumbled out of bed and made my way to the charger on my nightstand. As I plugged it in, my gaze flickered to Ryan's side of the dresser. My heart lurched. His watch was gone. His keys, his wallet, missing. A growing sense of unease wrapped around my chest. I walked to the closet and pulled the door open. My breath hitched. Half of his clothes were gone. I gripped the doorframe, my pulse hammering in my ears, as fragments of last night pieced themselves together. The bar, the shots, the laughter. And then, the truth. I hadn't meant to say those things, or maybe I had. Maybe I had been holding them in for too long, and the alcohol had loosened the leash I kept on my thoughts. I could remember leaning forward, my words slurring as I spilled everything I had never dared to say out loud before. Ryan was boring. Ryan never wanted to do anything fun. Ryan was safe, predictable, almost robotic in his need for routine. I had laughed. My friends had laughed too. Someone had made a joke, something about me marrying an old man in a young man's body. And instead of defending him, instead of stopping, I had laughed even harder. But that wasn't the worst of it. I had kept going. I had told them about our fights, about the way he shut down instead of arguing, about how I felt trapped in a marriage that should have made me happy, but somehow didn't. I hadn't known he was there. I hadn't noticed when he walked in, hadn't seen him standing there, listening, absorbing every word like a dagger to his heart. But I remembered his face now. Not angry, not hurt even, just empty. He had driven me home, silent the whole way. I had barely been coherent by then, my head lolling against the seat, my body heavy with the weight of too much alcohol. I remembered stumbling into bed, mumbling something, maybe an apology, maybe nothing at all. And then blackness. Now he was gone. I grabbed my phone as soon as it had enough charge and turned it on. No messages, no missed calls. I dialed his number, my hands trembling, but it went straight to voicemail. "Ryan," I whispered, my voice hoarse. "Please call me back. Please." I hung up and sank onto the edge of the bed, my mind racing. Had I ruined everything? Had one night of careless words undone years of love, of commitment, of everything we had built together? The front door was locked when I rushed downstairs. His shoes were gone. His favorite jacket, missing from the hook by the entrance. I checked the garage. His car was gone too. Panic clawed at my chest. I tried to tell myself that he was just clearing his head, that he would come back. But deep down, something in me knew. I had told the truth about my husband, and it had cost me everything.